TV refuses. All atoms have electrons. Electrons is how to say electrons. Metals. Metal mixtures are called alloys. Alloys is how to say alloys. Electrons can move easily in metal elements or alloys. Electricity is electrons moving like the current of a river. Chemistry is electrons moving from one atom to another. Electrons move because they are the outer part of atoms and because they are so small. Electrons are 1/2000th the mass of a hydrogen atom. Electrons are attracted to positive charges called protons. Protons. Electrons are repelled by negative charge by the negative charge on other electrons. Positive protons are in the nucleus of the atom with the neutral neutrons. Neutrons. Electrons orbit around the nucleus of the atom. Electron orbits are drawn as circles. Yes, actually they're more complicated than that. But until you're 18 and doing IBs and A-levels and other stuff, degrees, circles will do fine for electron orbits. All metal elements and metal mixtures allow electrons to move. Metals have a low resistance. Copper and silver are the metals that allow electrons to move the easiest. Yes, that's why they, and a little bit of gold, are in your mobile phone. Copper and silver have the lowest resistance. Copper and silver are good conductors. Yes, so is gold. Gold's a bit more expensive though. Conductors. In high resistance non-metals, electrons are hard to move. Non-metals are not conductors. High resistant materials like plastics stop electrons moving. Yes, that's why when you rub a ruler in your hair you can get static electricity. Static means it's not moving. Non-metals are called insulators. Insulators. Plastics have a very high resistance. To stop you getting electric shocks, the wires that go to your mobile phone are covered in plastic. Yes, inside that cord that goes from your mobile phone to your charger, right on it, deep inside, right in the middle, is copper wires, loads of thin copper wires all twisted up. And around that is some plastic, and around those little plastic ones is more plastic, all to stop you getting electric shocks. The plastic is. The metal, the copper metal on the inside, is what carries the electrons to your mobile phone to charge it up, give it the electricity. Plastic kettles are double insulated. The plastic of the kettle is the second insulator. The plastic around the wires is the first. Metal kettles cause more electric shocks. Yes, plastic kettles, safer. Metal kettles, more expensive. They look nice though, so posh people get more electric shocks. Copper has a very low resistance. Copper wires are inside the electrical wires that go to your mobile phone and kettle. Oh, of course, everyone in the Western world have got such good fuses that nobody gets many electric shocks. It's only when you go to poorer countries where the fuses aren't so good and the power stations are more crazy. When the power station sends too much power to your house, the wires in your TV could melt. Too much power is called a power surge. To stop the wires of your TV melting, your TV has a fuse. Yes, same with your mobile phone. You've plugged it in, it could melt. But there's fuses. Usually underneath the stairs or in your kitchen in a fuse box. And also in England, the 3-pin plug that you plug into the wall, that's got its own fuse as well to stop any chance of your phone or your TV melting. The fuse is in the piece you push into the wall, called the plug. The fuse will melt at a lower power, a millisecond before your TV wires. Yes, so your TV wires don't. The fuse can take less current. The fuse can take 13 amps of current. Well, there are 10 amp fuses and 3 amp fuses. Most of them are 13 amp nowadays. It makes it easier. Put a fuse in, put a 13 amp fuse in, because that's the fuse everyone uses. If you have the correct fuse in the plug, the fuse wire will melt just before the TV wires melt. To stop the TV wires melting before the TV wires melt. Yes, I think before is better than just before. Good. Your expensive TV is saved by the $1 fuse. Of course, you can buy several fuses for $1. Depends on where you're buying them. The amount of electrons per second is called the current. Yes, bigger current, more electrons every second. Televisions need 10 amps of current and would melt with 20 amps of current. So use a 13 amp fuse. Yes, so they can get the 10 amps they need, but not the 20 amps that will destroy them. Melt all the wires on the inside, throw away TV. The distance the electrons can go is controlled by the voltage. The voltage used to push the electrons around your home is 240 volts. 210 volts, 220 volts, 230 volts will also push the electricity around your home. Oh, the US uses 110 volts. Add that in there. All atoms have electrons. Electrons can easily move in metal elements and alloys. Electricity is electrons moving. Electrons are attracted to positive charges and repelled by negative. Yes, like charges attract. Electrons go around the positive charged nucleus in squashed circle shapes called orbits. The cable that you plug into your mobile phone is covered in plastic. The plastic insulator stops the electrons getting to you and giving you an electric shock. Fuses protect your TV wires from melting when a power station gives a power surge. The fuse melts at a lower current than the TV wires, saving you lots of money. Voltage is the distance electricity can go. In your home it is 230 volts. Lightning is 5 to 10 million volts. Current is the amount of electrons. A TV fuse says 13 amps. No, I'm not sure what it does say in the USA for the fuse. Write it down in comments if you're living in the USA. Let me know. Also, write it down in comments if you notice the one mistake I made on purpose, just to check to see who's going to get it first. Press my picture to get more of my videos. Press like, press subscribe. Bye!